Welcome to the Podnas with Phace, Pat, and Tiz.
Cause what's up, guys? Welcome to the Podnas, a show with three friends separated by distance, connected by brotherhood, having weekly conversations that you can join in on. As always, on 1/3 of the Podnas, it's your boy Tiz, along with
just finishing a rant about his job. It's the Padawan here, the other third, along with
Pat. Don't like it.
You know, it's facing to play somebody in the middle of the race. What's happening this week, y'all?
Man, this week. So is Tiz the new Umar Johnson? So on Friday, guys, I have had my own experience now with Lake Shitatonka. So I have a wonderful 6-year-old son. He's an amazing child, very gifted, intelligent, bright young boy. But he is a 6-year-old boy, and he decided to be adventurous and put rocks in my outdoor sewage drain, which then backed up all of the pipes in my home. Unbeknownst to me, he was like, "Oh, the toilet clogged the night before." So, I plunged it, it go down. I'm thinking everything gravy. Next morning, whole nother restroom. He go use it. He said, start coming up. Oh, laugh to keep from crying. All right, this motherfucker. Yeah. So he said he saw the water coming up, but he didn't know why it would go down, so he flushed it again. And he said it kept coming up, so he thought it would just stop, and he left and went back to his cereal and his tablet, which is where I eventually found him. This is how I got this story after I found him. But me and my wife found out about this because I come downstairs, it's 8:30 in the morning. I'm ready to start my day. I got work to do. You know what I mean? I got a meeting literally starting in 30 minutes. So I'm ready. I'm coming down, about to give me a protein bar, a little something to drink, going back upstairs, get ready for the Zoom. Man, I take a step down in my slides on the last step. I'm looking at the computer screen. You know how we be multitasking as adults, doing stupid stuff on the stairs that we really shouldn't be doing. But I'm on this computer trying to, start my day off. I'm checking emails as I'm coming down the stairs. I take that last step and my foot slides out from under me and hydroplanes. The other foot goes up under me and bends. So I'm pretty sure I got me a little hairline fracture in one of my metatarsals. Anyway, yeah, bruh. I splash as I fall in about 3 inches of water. Mind you, this is in my front foyer. So this is front door, walkway area, tables here, to greet you as you come in. You can put your keys there, the normal shit. So I splash and I'm like, what is this? What the And I catch it because I'm like, where is he? Is he all right? What's going on? I'm still trying to catch my bearings because all of this is I'm in pain, but it's adrenaline flowing because now I'm like, where is this water coming from? What is happening? How much water is it? Where does it stop? Where does it, what do I need to do here? So I immediately get up. I get this big push broom we got. See him at the kitchen table. The water is still running profusely out of this toilet downstairs, right? I'm like, as I'm getting the push broom, why? What? You didn't see that? Why didn't you call me a mommy? Oh, well, I was watching my tablet and eating cereal, and I heard something, but I didn't know what it was, so I just kept watching.
the child.
Mind you, this is Tiz Jr. This child has my name, so this is how my next generation chooses to start my Friday off, my weekend. Mind you, this is the gotcha, folks. Next Thursday, we're going to Mexico. This whole weekend was supposed to be about closing out work for the last year, getting ready for my vacation, gearing into some big podcasts. I had talked to y'all, I was about to be big live streaming all day. I had already told you I had a little schedule of stuff that I wanted to do. Okay, so I was ready to go into that mode, I was ready to go sneaker shopping, give me some kicks to go with my little outfits, You know, I was about ready to get fly form, you know, down in the coast, you know, Mexico. You know what I mean? So I was just feeling myself like, oh, it's vacation time. Everything is gravy. It's about to be lit. Nope. I'm pushing shit water out of my home by the gallons and gallons out of the front door of my home at 8:30 in the morning. So I think it's just this area, right? So, you know, I'm like, hey, wife, call the plumber, you know. So she called the plumber. They like 2 to 5, 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock is when they can get to us. I'm sitting here, I'm seeing what's happening in my house. I'm like, no, this ain't gonna wait. It's gotta be, I need some help. Like, I ain't gonna be able to do this all day. Like, you know, I'd have turned the water off, but it's still like, when I say like, I'm literally, like, say I still got on my Nike slacks. I'm like, I can't change shoes. I ain't about to put doo-doo water feet in no other sneakers or no shoes or nothing. So I'm, you know, a Nike slide about this thick, champ. You know what I mean? The water is at least this much over it still at this point as I'm shoveling. Right? So I get on my phone, I call I don't they ain't giving me no money, you know, but I call a very reputable company that does water restoration and plumbing. So I'm like, okay, they 24 hours, they gotta have somebody that can come, you know, closer to now, even at least within an hour or so, you know what I mean? So call them, they like, yo, we're gonna be over there in 15 minutes. They get the dude over here, dude come in, he like the water restoration guy. We ain't even got to the plumber yet. So I'm still don't really understand why my home is experiencing this backup of water out of this one toilet in this profuse manner, right? I still have no idea what is happening. I'm thinking my son just put some paper towels or something in the toilet and clogged it up real bad. And when he flushed it, it got stuck in there in a big clump. You know, kids do weird stuff like that. Sometimes I've seen kids put toilet paper rolls in, so I'm thinking it's something from there. So the water guy come in, he can go all around, and he got this infrared thing. It can see like all of where the water has seeped up in your baseboards. And you've seen this, Pat, you've gone through this stuff. So you know that they got these little infrared sensors where they go around and they show you in your walls, like, nope, see how the water done seeped all the way up here and it dripped down from here. And you can see the lines. And this is poop water now. This is sewage water. Like, this is backed up everything. So like whatever we done flushed for the past few days, done backed up. We found this out later, but at this point, I don't know this. But anyway, he like, yeah. So he's going through the house. So he get a team over there. I done got most of the poop water pushed out by now. They come in, they help me. We get it all out. They get their equipment in, you know, This is the damage. Whole first floor got to be redone. All of the carpeting, all of the wood, all of that got to be redone because all up under that is literally a layer of water that they had to get out after they pulled up the flooring. All right. So that includes the kitchen, living room, dining room, front foyer, bathroom downstairs, the pantry, the storage closet, the other closet. Like, all of that is gotta be ripped up and redone. All right. So that's that. All of the baseboards, obviously. Because if all of the floor had water under it, the baseboards, that stuff just pulled up and started, you know, soaking into the
sucking
walls
it in.
Yeah.
So you gotta cut the bottom of the baseboard out.
So now the whole bottom of my first floor is missing. It looked like my house on stilts the way they got it cut. Like, it looks ridiculous.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Been through that.
So that's downstairs. All of the steps, because what I found out is because now he's figuring out, oh no, it must be sewage. It must be like all of the water that's been pulled up for the past few days has backed up. And it's in all of the restrooms. So we going through with the infrared camera. I'm looking, I can see the puckering up. I'm like, around all three bathrooms, all the flooring got to be pulled up. Which means my toilets had to be taken out. Tashi. Okay, so yeah. So now we're in a telly, you know what I mean? Come find out my son is a silent terrorist. Plumbing finally gets there. They look in the outdoor cleanup because you know that's where you go to see if the water's even flowing or not. First stop. So they stop at the one by the street, they don't see no water. Bet. They go to the next one, they don't see no water. But what they do see is rocks about this big.
Oh, I ain't think it'd be that.
I mean, several. You know where they came from? Around our bushes and trees. They're the bordering bricks that we use to like we have these rocks that we have around that border our bushes and border our trees out front, right? Other day, maybe 3-4 days ago, me and the son goes outside to cut grass. I have him take up all the rocks, put them on the walkway or driveway while I do the backyard and the other side of the house. So by the time I get to the side where the rocks are, I can just cut over everything that I need to cut over. I can come through. I ain't got to worry about nothing hitting, like jumping into the lawnmower or nothing, breaking the blades. And you know what I mean? So that's always his job before we do anything else. All right, so he out there doing that. I get done pretty, at a relatively good pace on the other two sides. So I come around to his side. I'm like, you almost done, son? He like, yeah, daddy. I got it. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to go to the back real quick, get the weed whacker on, do some trimming. And then I'm going to come back around, son. You good? Yeah, I got you, Dad. All right. So I go around, do my thing, come back around. I'm like, son, you finished? Yeah. All the rocks on the walkway, Dad. All of them. Bet, Junior. Go ahead in the house, son. You did good, champ. Do my thing. Call them back outside. Tell them, come on, let's put the rocks back out now. I done done. So we putting the rocks back out around the tree, cool. We putting the rocks around the bushes. And then all of a sudden I notice it's like these patches in the rocks. Like it don't look as flush as it normally do. But I'm like, maybe they done got buried or something. Maybe I'm because I wasn't over there pulling them up. So I'm like, cool. We go ahead, keep it moving. Come find out this little boy, to speed up the job, he took the rocks and put them in the drain pipe and closed it back up because he wanted to make sure that he was done on time and he didn't want to let me down. I was like, son, you could have just asked me for a few more minutes, son. You could have just said, Dad, could I have a few more minutes? I could have went inside, had me a sip of lemonade or something, chilled out. Took me a break. I could have helped you. Thing make me so mad. He had to put the rocks on the walkway, right? The pipe he put the rocks in is this far from the walkway. I was like, son, if you'd have made it to the pipe, you'd have made it to the walkway, son. You didn't even have to do that. Like, you was there. You could have just dumped them off right there. My God. So we ain't gonna talk about how many grand the plumber was, because then they had to come out of my front yard with a backhoe and dig up my front yard to pull up the pipe and put in new pipes, because there was rocks everywhere. Rocks here, rocks there, rocks everywhere. Okay, so that's been my that's been the past few days, tears I had. But I have learned some beautiful life lessons through this, fella, and I just want to share with the family. Hopefully, they help somebody that goes through a home emergency. You know what I mean? And as we've all three of us on here have been through these now, hopefully y'all relate. Homeowners insurance, all insurance is essential, whether you think it is or not. You can think you Superman, you can think you got the super house, but you're gonna need some homeowners insurance, because they definitely, when I say they significantly helped my financial output compared to what I would have had to pay out of pocket. So homeowners insurance, people, get it. Make sure you have an extensive savings account at all times for emergencies. Always having a savings account that you don't touch on the day-to-day. You make it work what you got, but you keep that for like a rainy day in case you lose your job, or in case like a medical emergency pop up with you, your spouse, or your children. You know what I'm saying? Like, always have something, like a nice, good nest egg that, like, if all else fails for the next 3 to 6 months, I'm gonna be good as I figure this out. You feel me? Um, that has come in essential, and I ain't gonna even front. I hate to save. Y'all know me. I believe that shit, it ain't going with you. You know, spend it, don't lend it. Keep it going. Keep it going. You know, get it out there. You know, circulate that dollar. Like, all right. My wife put us up on that, and I'm
Let the
glad
dollar
she put us up
circulate.
on that savings. Like, I'm really even investing, but the savings account, woo, wifey, you were smart for that. I'm glad you, yeah, good queen. Um, Children are great, but they can do dumb things sometimes, even if they're very gifted or smart. You can have a child that is a little Einstein, Flammable, like all that, and they still kids. And kids do stuff that doesn't make sense sometimes. You will have no
Mm.
rhyme or reason that they can give you. And the thing that's gonna mess you up is because you won't understand it. And when you ask them to explain it, their answer will always be, I don't know. Yes, children can do dumb things sometimes. Stressing too bad about anything does not help anything ever. The best way to handle any setback is to feel the emotion for 1 second to no more than 1 hour, depending on how big the situation is. And then, unless it's a death that you're mourning, immediately just go in and find viable solutions. Death is the only thing that you can't solve. That's just final. All right, we can't do nothing about that. But anything else, feel that real quick and deal with it. Process it. But while you processing, think of a solution. Don't just freeze up in that emotion. Like, keep looking for, okay, what is it that I can do to actually alleviate as or mitigate as much of this as I possibly can? Even if I can't completely just solve it, how much can I actually control? And let me make sure I just focus on that. And lastly, it pays to treat people well, because those same people will be there for you when you most need it. The outpouring of love from the Podnas, from my family, um, from viewers and subscribers. Like, man, that Pod Squad love, like that's been beautiful during this time. I ripped my friends down here, like everybody, man. Like, I feel like everybody that I love or that I cherish has really come through during this time and just been there. In every form of support, whether it be offering financial help, even though we didn't need it. Thank you, Jesus. Um, but hey, I had to hit somebody up, so be ready if y'all was one of them. To giving emotional support, to being there to let me vent, to giving me advice, to to offering manpower to help me when it's time to move all of this furniture out of the first floor to get that stuff done. Like, just everybody just been there, man. I appreciate it, man. Like, you see who the real people are when you need it the most. And I feel like everybody that I was hoping or that I would ever be there for myself or that I would hope would come through for me, like, everybody was there right on time. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Partners, y'all know y'all been there pretty much since the beginning of it. So yeah, man. Just appreciate everybody. Love y'all. Thank y'all. And you know what I mean? We're gonna keep this shit rolling. The live stream game will be a little slower, but we still gonna get our one in as normal. You know, we still gonna get our, you didn't ask us, but outside of that, man, we're gonna still be rolling. So we're gonna make the best of it. But those are my 5 life lessons, man. Take that. Hopefully it do something for you like it did for me this past weekend and past 4 days, I should say. And yeah, man. Let's get into the first topic of the night, man. Is it open season on athletes right now by the media and fans? Is it like they're targeting athletes right now? Like, what is happening?
I personally don't know, but these people are acting like monkeys.
Yes, in the past, like maybe 2-3 weeks, there's been at least 4 to 6 incidents of fans attacking players with foreign objects, spitting, giving or using extremely violent or obscene and racist language. Like, I'm gonna start with the NBA, but it goes so much further than that. With the NBA, like, is there anything that the NBA can do to stop these rabid fans? Like, 'cause I feel like that's where I'm really seeing it a lot. They're like, they are going fucking nuts.
I know something they could do.
Like, if I was an athlete, I'd come to the stadium ready to like throw down every night. Like, cause I'm like, at what point can you defend yourself? They beating the shit out of people with shit.
I know what they can do. All those restrictions that the NBA placed into play after the Pistons went cuckoo, the Pistons and the Pacers went cuckoo. Take all them restrictions back. I guarantee them fans calm their ass down once the first player running got them fans and punch somebody in their face.
That's true. That's true.
Do you remember anybody throwing shit else into the crowd after that shit happened for a long time? No, because everybody realized these 6'6" motherfuckers will come out here and put foot to ass.
Yeah, foot to ass was put.
It was
a lot of footage to assage. It was a lot of footage to assage, for sure.
You feel me? A whole heap of it.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Metal world peace.
Let these giants loose.
Yeah.
Let these giants loose on these fans real quick.
See
let these professional athletes. You feel me? Let them loose. I guarantee you won't nobody throw shit else.
Big facts.
I think
you get two basketball teams in front of the crowd and go crazy.
Big facts.
I think the dude that tossed his popcorn at Westbrook, I think he got banned from going there or whatever. So that's one little thing.
Like, but it's like it's getting to the point where people just doing it to get the attention now. Like, oh, they gonna put me on Sports Center. They gonna be talking about me. Let me throw this at them. And at some point, it's gonna get to the point where like you're gonna have a malice in the palace because it's gonna be dangerous. You feel me?
It's gonna be dangerous.
Be very dangerous. But
they ain't gonna. I put like this: the NBA ain't gonna do nothing. The NBA ain't gonna really do nothing until somebody throws something at LeBron.
Damn.
Because LeBron probably do something.
Yeah, I can't debate that. That actually sounds spot on. Pretty much.
And so someone throws something at LeBron, and it's on videotape, on camera, and they got him disrespecting because to them, disrespecting him is like disrespecting the league. How dare you throw something at him? How dare you do that? These other little black kids and black men, they throwing stuff at, oh, he's just a player on the team. But LeBron, not LeBron. Come on, man. I mean, I'm just being real.
I don't got nothing bad to say about LeBron. That's my Capricorn birthday twin. I'm exactly 1 year older than him. And I like Capricorns that's black with that much power. I like it.
Indeed.
Oh, damn right. More power to him.
Let's go, Cavs. But he is the golden child of the NBA.
Mm-hmm. As a Capricorn should be.
Now, speaking of LeBron, who's always in the media is also an issue in this, though.
Of course. Always.
We obviously talked about Kwame Brown the other week, but now you got like the reporters that frazzled Naomi Osaka so bad and mess with her like anxiety and stuff that she don't even want to go to the French Open because she don't want to deal with the media part of it. Like, why do fans and media have so much control over the industry that they really are the consumers of? Like, the media don't got no story if the athletes ain't playing that. So, like, y'all can back off. Just report on the sport. Like, just do that. We don't need the extra stuff all the time. Like, sometimes you can just chill out and just tell me, like, what your actual perspective is on the game. I don't really need to know no backstories and who did. Like, ain't my damn business.
I feel like
if the girl don't want to talk to y'all, then just report on her tennis and leave her the fuck alone. It's other people out there that will talk to you. Shit's stupid, man.
I feel like the media just trying to fish for another Kwame. They done had the touch in the media and the feedback. You know, controversy sells. So now they're trying to fish for the next Kwame.
They better leave Kwame alone. That brother there, he mad, man. Like, he going in on the industry. They better leave that black man alone.
But you know what I realized? You know what I
leave
found
him
out?
alone. Like, hey,
He's
Kwame will be, but he is speaking truth to power in a way like what they gonna do with him? He don't play no more. He already rich. He got his own. Like, what you gonna do? Like, you gonna take from
it
him? He
seemed
ain't got
like
no
he had that
endorsements. That
podcast for a
nigga got
minute.
super chats. You can't take his super chats.
I think he had that YouTube channel and that podcast for a minute now. Now I've been seeing people say, yeah, he's been doing this for a while
Man,
or
I
whatever.
seen
But
videos on
this
there from
time
like
they
months
just
ago.
brought his name up.
Yeah, it's like months ago he was doing it, and it seemed like he, I don't know how many followers he got from this, obviously, but them old Jones got some decent views on him. So it seemed like he already had like a good following, and now it's just like blowing up more because now they talked about
the
it.
controversy.
Like, yeah, the media picked up on it, but they need to leave Kwame alone, man. More respect.
We'll do something.
Yeah.
They need to leave Osaka alone because all these pictures I seen her in, and she looked like she about to like deck everybody in the face.
Yo,
like,
well, they need to leave her alone because
like,
without Serena and her, not
it's
just
Serena been
tennis,
showing support.
Not just women's tennis, but tennis about to go drop off the map. Like them two, like Serena been carrying the sport of tennis ever since Federer and them kind of.
Oh wow.
So you looking at a good 10, 11 year span where it's been Serena Williams that make people watch tennis in general. And then you got Naomi Osaka that's now her predecessor. That's like the next thing that's making people watch. If Naomi said, I'm gonna keep buying out these times, I'm good. I'm rich now. I'm gonna just go ahead with my I'm gonna go live with my family and go live my life. They better find somebody quick because I don't know nobody else we care about it tennis. A lot of people gonna pick that off real quick. Like the casual fan that don't watch it rapidly like that. Well, peace out to tennis. I'm going back over here to something else.
And Serena's been showing support to Osaka, so
indeed.
Probably because she probably relates to it. She probably already been through everything she's going through right now, or whatever. So
yes, because her and Venus did.
Of course.
They'd go through a lot of that crazy media weirdo stuff all their career. For sure. I think that's why
still
Venus
going through it.
Was like, I'm gonna go just live with my family. I ain't about to keep dealing with this.
Yeah, there's always a triple neck Karen somewhere talking about Serena look bad or whatever. Same when they talk about Michelle Obama. And the bitch probably look like a whole
let me be quiet. They don't ever be talking about
like
the
a cow.
looking for that.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, Masters of the Universe villain looking face.
Right. That should be against the law for that shit to be so ugly sometimes. But they could talk about our black way.
Jabba the Hutt want to talk about Amazon.
Jabba! What's good?
Okay, this week on Phace's Man Lost. We go a little deeper on Man Lost. I got time to contemplate on every odd day, so I try to think of stuff to put into my new Man Lost that comes in everybody's day-to-day life that you may see people not doing or may affect you in your life. It may hit you, may not, but you may know somebody that's fucked. So here we go for Phace's Man Lost.
Man Law.
Number one.
Man Law.
Be a man of your word, man. Be a man of your word. Be a man of your word. Be a man of your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Integrity. Point
blank, period. Number two, know how to treat your queen. Listening may be hard at times, but if you truly listen, she'll give you all the keys to her happiness. The hardest thing to do is listen to that no nonsense that they be talking sometimes. But listen to it.
Big facts.
It's helpful.
Man Law.
Number three, this goes out to so many of you. Get a damn job. Don't mooch off women.
And if you over 30,
don't mooch off women or your parents.
Get something that you can sustain for some years. Anything you get after 30 should be sustainable for a good 7 years before you move into the next thing. Like, get something that you can stick with.
Exactly.
Some transferable skills so you can level up from that. Don't just be out here. Well, I guess I'll go work at go bag groceries again. Like, what? You just left what? You just left a great job, and now you gonna go back. Yeah, you should be moving up, getting careers. But yes, get a damn job if you don't have one. Just start there too. Yeah, unemployment got to run out of something.
Get out there and get it yourself. Don't mooch off your woman or your parents, man. Get it yourself.
Indeed.
Number 4, be strong enough to make the needed sacrifices in life for your family to strive. Sometimes you got to give some stuff up, man. Sometimes you got to not go out. Sometimes you got to not do what you want to do in order for your family to have more and for your family to strive in different places they haven't before. Be man enough to sacrifice those things, man. It's family first.
Big fact.
That moves me to number 5. Family first above all. I've seen videos of different people saying they put their homies before their family. I'm sorry. Family first. My wife and my kids come before all. My family comes first.
Big
and
facts.
if you're a man and you have a so-called family, you should be putting it before all.
Agreed.
Number 6. This affects everyone. Put lotion on your ashy ass feet before coming outside in sandals this summer. I'm serious.
Don't be
Man,
out there
come
with
on,
no
that's a man
sides,
law.
with no socks, and you got the gorilla knuckles.
And they white as shit and you black as dirt.
Silver.
Come on now.
Toe.
Put lotion on them things.
Been kicking cocaine.
Kicking cocaine.
Kicking cocaine all the way to the store.
Hell no.
This is crazy.
No. Kicking cocaine, bro.
Number 7. Be strong enough to speak out in tough situations, man. Stand tall on your beliefs. Don't let somebody talk you out of what you believe in. If you believe in it, stand tall on it. Speak up.
Plants are
Number
on
8.
another planet.
What?
If you have sons or daughters, if you have kids, just always strive to set a positive examples for them to see, especially for your sons. In this day and age, we need positive male role models more than ever.
Indeed.
If you have sons, please be that positive example for them.
Got them
Don't be the normal everyday stat. You're gonna raise them to know what positive is instead of the negative bullshit they see every day.
Break cycles.
Know the difference. Number 9, know the difference between a thought and a wife. Too many of y'all out here slipping over thought and wives is walking right by you. Know the difference.
Indeed.
Number 10.
No thotty,
Never
yaddy,
get
yaddy,
lost in
yaddy, yaddy,
self-doubt.
yaddy.
Number 10, never get lost in self-doubt. Sure, there may be times that you doubt yourself or your abilities, but it's then when you have to double down on what you know you can do. Believe in yourself before anyone else can. You can't look no one else to believe in you if you can't believe in yourself, man. Before anyone else can help you, you got to be willing to help yourself and do it yourself.
Yeah.
Number 11, love yourself enough to be able to truly love someone else. You can't go out here telling about no woman you love then trying to get married if you know inside you don't love yourself because you ain't really loving her.
Indeed.
Love you first.
I totally agree.
Love you first.
Love yourself.
Love me.
For you
I really do love me.
Someone else. You got love.
And that's all the Phace's man laws this week.
And another one of Tiz's greatest hit.
You gotta love yourself. Now, coming out of Phace's man laws, I'm going into my group topic this week, man. Now, it's more of a question with follow-up questions, but I think I touched on it briefly on a past episode, but I want to go more in depth in this conversation, man, because it's really prevalent in our community and just society now in America. It's just becoming more and more prevalent as I see it. Just look into more content and just look in different variations of content. I just see it more and more. Like, what the hell is going on online with male content creators dressing like women to get likes and laughs, man?
Oh man, this has been going on for a while.
Like you talking about like recently or just in general?
No, just in general, and it's just becoming more and more common. Like more and more, it's just like
I see it a lot.
And then you see it's
I know what you
older
mean. Like the
and
TikToks
younger.
people, and they
Like,
like the little church lady people and all
yeah,
that
like,
shit. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I
yeah,
feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I
you
feel
feel me?
you.
Like,
Elvis
is
got
it,
the
is it,
same robe.
I feel you.
like, my first thing, is it even funny?
If they're actually if they're actually how do I say it? If they're actually a homosexual or they're actually a person that feels that they are they connect more with the female gender as far as their actions and stuff, and that's their lifestyle anyway, then it don't bother me. I think it bothers me if you're a straight, like I can't see a completely
Yes, that's what
heterosexual
I'm talking about. The straight
cisgender
man.
male doing
That's what I'm
it.
talking about.
That
Yeah.
I I can't completely say it ain't funny because I laughed at Big Mama's house. So it's like I can't completely say it ain't funny, but I was also young and I didn't all the way, necessarily put together the context of that. It was also a different time where weird, crude stuff was funny, and that was always on. You had Men on Films. Men on Films was funny as shit, but I don't know if were they gay? I don't even know. Man, I don't know, but sometimes it's funny. But I think is if you're a good comedian, you gonna make anything funny. So sometimes a good comedian can make something that they didn't have to do, and they could have still been funny, but they'll do it with the dress on. But because they're a good comedian, it might come across still funny. Like Martin is a good comedian, so Big Mama's house was gonna be funny regardless of what else you replace Big Mama with. Could have, what I mean? He's just a funny guy. So it's funny when he do it. Some of these dudes online, I've seen them do it, and it'd be like, "All right, what's the next video? All right, what's the next video?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm not a fan of it. I would rather that if you funny, you just be funny without putting on the dress. All the people in my life that I feel like are funny to me, I've never seen them in a dress. If they're a male and they're not,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, aligning themselves with that gender or that's what they feel. So like if they're just all the straight people I know, I ain't never seen no dude in no dress. Trying to say it in the right way, I don't know how you.
I think
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to say the right terms or whatever the phrases is, but anyway, like all of the dudes that I hang with, I've never seen one in a dress, and I feel like a lot of them are hilarious. So
Yeah.
I don't think you got to do all that to make somebody laugh.
I feel you.
I've never worn a dress, and I'm pretty sure I made somebody laugh before. Hey.
Yep.
Well,
You should come home just talking about your job and how it's rolling.
yeah.
And not once did I ever see you in
Yeah.
no mini dress or no weird shit. No sudden dresses out here.
I probably wore something weird, but no dress. No.
Man, 2003, we all wore
I
weird shit.
know
I
ain't
fuck
no one
around
of
have on
them.
them cut up jeans and shit. And so
Like
it was a weird time.
I know,
or a free size tee down to your goddamn shins and shit. You know what
I've done that.
Yeah, boy.
Well, we dressed like some
Got a picture
dummies.
from college like that.
We dressed like
Yeah,
some
boy.
dummies.
Now, with this dressing in ladies' clothing becoming more prevalent, do you think it's desensitizing the younger male generation to that type of content, or that and making that more normalized for them?
Probably. I think if you see anything at a young age and you don't have context to it, then that's that. But you know what I mean? Like, I also feel like I don't know. Like, I think that's what parents are for. Like, because usually if a kid has never seen that in their daily life and they see it on like a cartoon or like like one of the little kids show on Disney or something with real kids or whatever, like they gonna come ask like, "Hey, daddy, how that little boy got on a dress?" Like, like my son, like, no, for real, like, cause my son asks questions like that, like when we watch cartoons or something, if like something weird, like we watched Kipo, and
Damn
the
right.
little boy was
Damn right.
was a
Oh
homosexual, right?
yeah.
So like he had a boyfriend on there and shit. And my son was like, Daddy, why this boy, why he falling in love with him like that? Why he keep doing that? I straight up explained to you, like, hey, son, sometimes other people, sometimes people love who they love, son, I don't know. I was like, do you feel like that's what you want to do? He was like, No, Daddy, that's nasty. That's his opinion of it. Like, but he also thinks sometimes if it's in public and we go to give him a kiss and it's in front of his homeboy, he try to think that kind of, come on, Dad, that's nasty. So at this age, like all he want to do is hang with his homeboys. He don't think of his own like that. He ain't thinking of nobody like that. He think. I asked him, do you want a girlfriend right now? He was like, no, mommy, my girlfriend. I'm gonna marry mommy. Like he ain't with all that yet. Like he ain't trying to holler at nothing yet. He's 6. He's still thinking about Bakugan and whatever the new on is that the kids be on for the week. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, like I think if that's what parents there for, though, so you can explain the things to kids and like kind of just let them know, like, hey, like people do what they do. You check in with them, see kind of where their head is, and guide them through that. But like at this point in life, I'm gonna be real with you. People out and they doing what they want to do. Like y'all told me about a pegging community. I want y'all to think about that.
Scariest
shit out here. Like
it's
random stuff going on out here that like scares me a lot worse than 2 people consenting and doing whatever they want to do. Like, man, y'all more than like it. Y'all marry who you want to marry, have your household, do all that stuff. Cause that don't scare me like whatever this is over here. So I don't care. You know what I mean? And at this point, it's inevitable now that like it's gonna be like whoever you are, be out there, you be that, you be proud of it. And as long as you stand on who you are, people gonna respect you. Like at this point, like because the younger generation, they don't really care no more. It's more just like who they like. And who they like could be like a person that paint their eyebrows blue and wants to get married to a mailbox, but if the person is cool and the kids think that, like young people think, oh, they're a good person, like that's what they vibing off of. It ain't necessarily about the same hangups that we had. So like, I don't care, man. Whatever they want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't care, bro. I really don't care. Unless it crosses my threshold, I don't even have to deal with it, to be honest. Like all I got to do is respect it. Make sure that hey, if a voting thing come up, or if it's time for them to make sure that they have their rights too, I want them to have every right that I want people that period to have all of their rights. Every person, period, in the world. Like everybody should have certain rights. That they, like do what you do, man. I respect it. As long as you stand on it, I can respect it. Like I have friends that are, gay. I have friends that probably have water dress. I don't know personally, but maybe it's possible. And it wouldn't be surprising. I grew up with a first cousin that is completely dressing up like makeup, like so. I don't care, man. To this day, none of that stuff has ever affected my life personally. So as long as they got their rights, I support it. I ride with respect it. Go do your thug thizzles. I still don't feel like you gotta wear a dress to be funny though. I don't. It's not a necessity.
See, we're not talking. That's the thing. We're not talking about the other community. We just talking about heterosexual men that's doing this shit.
No, I don't think they need to do it. But I think that the problem is it's an easy laugh because of the shock factor. I think that's really what it boils down to. Sometimes, like, if you can't think of nothing else and you're a good comic, but you can't think of like, you really don't know what to do, or you one of them online comics, you can't think of a way to, like, present your material in an original way, you go for the easiest way to get laugh and get a shock value. And it gives you a character so that you ain't got to be yourself for a minute. But the fact that you would choose that, God bless everybody, man. I'm going to keep on being Tiz. The pod.
I was going to say, Phace.
People different than me.
I was going to say, Phace, I think when it comes to media, no matter whatever the subject is, if media puts it up there, it's going to affect the generation a certain way, and it won't, but it'll probably be something minute. Like they'll just get more used to it now. Now, whatever, it's just like what Tiz said, at the end of the day, whatever they decide that is cool, it's going to be whatever is cool. But it's, I think on the media level, it's still going to be more tolerable for people or whatever. But as far as like these dudes that actually do it or whatever, I think majority of the time they probably have an idea, or they're thinking about a situation that involves like a woman or their mom or something like that or whatever. And they don't have a female that's funny they can get to at that time or whatever. So they just go ahead and find that same robe. I don't know why they use the same robe. Every last one of them use the same exact robe in each video or whatever. Which you as a man, you may not have a dress handy. You know, I understand that. It actually makes it a bit more tolerable because I don't want to actually see. Now, if you went out there and actually went, that's a little extra. But they got the same, and they go into that mode. And I mean, some of them are funny, and then some of them is just like after a while, it's like you're doing the same thing that guy did. It just gets redundant. It's like you're just okay. You think it's going to be even funnier because you're the guy that's doing it now. You're not looking at the fact that you are the 110th person in the line that's done that or whatever with the same robe or whatever. I wish they would get a different robe. Get a new robe, man. I got a robe with a hood on it. It's the same hotel robe. That's the main thing that disturbed me. You know what I'm saying? They turning their do-rags into head wraps so they can look like the women with their head wraps and stuff. Well, not man. But all right.
Now my final question on this topic. All right. Now we all know it's heterosexual men dressing as women, but when it comes to the women dressing as men for laughs, do y'all see a difference in the approach and the cross dressing for a laugh, or is it just all for comedy, or is it a real difference between a man doing it and a woman doing it, or is it no true difference? Do you find women as men the same caliber as funny as a man dressing as a woman for the shock value?
I find it's the same thing, man. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. It's like Roseanne Barr did it at that baseball game, and she came out there trying to act like she was a male baseball player when she sung the national anthem. That wasn't funny. That was corny. But you know what I mean? You might have trying to think what woman done that
I've seen some of these online comedians, YouTube comedians or whatever. They'll do that from time to time, but I kind of allow it because I'm used to women dressing up in men clothes more than I'm used to men dressing in women clothes.
It's not as much of a shock to your system. You see it more often.
That's it. And I'm not even talking about like Butch or I hope I offend nobody if Butch is like a bad word or whatever, because I don't know anymore or whatever. But the girls that the girl that just the type of lesbian that just dress up just straight up like a man or whatever. I'm not even talking about them. It's some girls that they get male clothes and they rock with it, whatever. Do y'all know? Is it a bad word?
No, I don't know. I don't think it is. Like I have so put it like this. I have a lesbian couple that's like two of my best friends, right? But I don't know what the terms are because when we hang out, nobody ever calls anybody anything but their name. So we just be chilling like it's your friend. So you don't think about like using those certain phrases, and you just be chilling and talking, and it just be like normal. So I don't know. But none of this
normal conversation don't come up to you. So what? Like what I look like? So what kind of lesbian are you? You one of the butch ones? What do you want? Like nobody's gonna say that in a conversation.
Oh, you can picture on the ketchup.
So what kind of lesbian are you?
Like nobody's gonna do that.
If
Like
YouTube
I
would,
hope
if
nobody's
YouTube
doing that.
wouldn't mess with it, I would put the name of this episode. What kind of lesbian are you? You can't ask somebody that.
I mean,
You would get punched in the face,
I get-
especially if
like,
it's
no,
one
I
of
mean-
them that you would consider as a butch or whatever you say.
I mean,
I would definitely get you
hope-
punched. Oh, youngin' man would knock you the fuck out.
I mean, and I would never do that because my common sense says not to do that. But I hope it's nobody out there that's actually doing that. Like, hey,
Bruh.
or any other way. You ain't have to put the hey in it. Just don't ask
I'm
that.
done. I'm not going down that road. Okay, we're gonna reel it back.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Reel it back in. Reel
I
up,
be having
rewind. Reel up, rewind. Pull it
As
back,
you were saying,
pull
Phace, you
up.
know, I have fuckery with me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Got the
man.
fuckery going on.
Shit got wild. Man. That
Oh,
went off
my
the rails
God.
fast, huh? Good Lord.
Oh God.
That did not go.
Pray for me. Please pray for me.
Bruh. Man, basically, yo, you ain't got to do nothing but be
So
yourself
much
to be
fuckery.
funny. If you funny, you funny. But yeah, the fuckery got to
Yeah.
And I ain't even had
Be
to wear a
yourself.
dress to make them laugh, y'all. I'm wearing an X-Men shirt. And just,
I got on my Sons Out, Guns Out shirt. Cause we like,
I ain't even see the rest of it.
Cause we at the gun show and we like to get them guns out. Yeah. I'm geeking.
Oh man. So all right,
This is fun.
Phace, if you ready, it is if you're ready.
Yeah.
I am ready.
Yo, yeah, I'm ready.
We ready. We ready. We ready. All right, it's the good fuckery, y'all. All right. So,
Come on.
I added this. Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna start off with some good. Now let's start off with some good. Mary, I didn't know that that Apollo had a Hall of Fame, or really, or
Like
I
the
might have
Showtime and
known,
Apollo,
but I
Apollo?
forgot about it. Yeah, Showtime and the Apollo,
they
but
do, yeah.
Mary J. Blige was inducted into the Apollo Hall of Fame. And to tell you the truth, I agree with it. I think if anybody does,
I second that motion. If they needed my opinion, I know ain't nobody asked me, but
nobody asked me, but I think the
Second that
consensus that
motion.
every black person, I think the whole black community said,
What
yeah.
was it? Fresh chicken with lettuce and onions and mayo, tortilla.
Oh man, no hateration, no holleration.
Oh my God.
Fresh
Yo,
chicken and onions and mayo and a flour tortilla.
Oh man, everybody got to get a check, man. Sometimes, yo, somebody got to get a check. All right. Oh, has she ever defined what holleration is? I can guess what hateration is, but I still don't know what holleration is. I
Nigga,
really
I don't know what a dancery is. Ain't nobody ever heard of a
I'm
dancer.
still in this
We don't know what
dancery.
these are all in. Man, this
She
came
created
from the same
3
woman that-
words.
There's chicken and onion and lettuce and a flour tortilla. Never
Got that
forget.
check, go.
Never forget that happened.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
God,
and,
bro, I'm crying,
I know
shit.
people hate. I know people hate it, but
What's up, bro?
I love Mary J. Blige bad acting. I love it so much. Mary J. Blige when she's acting, and then they act like what was that? Umbrella Academy. When she's the bad guy in the Umbrella Academy.
I
It
tried
is
to
so
start
awesome.
watching that, but I ain't never finished it. That's
It's-
the one where
it's
he got
so
all the
awesome.
powers.
Yeah. Like I really, to tell you the truth, after a while, I just wanted to see what Mary J. Blige was going to do next because she was just reckless in that whole show. In this dancery.
With flour, tortilla.
I mean, I wonder how the sales increased.
Oh man, bro.
All right. Let me go on to the next. All right. In the interview about his Black Panther series, right? I can never say his name right. No disrespect, but yeah, thank you. That's what Tiz is. That's why Tiz is my friend. Ta-Nehisi Coates. He said it so many times I can say it right the first time. He's gonna make me mess it up next time, but yeah, he called out Marvel and their treatment of comic creators, and he was really talking about like how, you know, in the Marvel movies they take a lot of stuff from the comic books or whatever, but as far as like these ideas, they were made up and written by separate writers from the past or whatever. So now it's like a whole topic of, shouldn't these people get notated or have some type of like compensation for their ideas being used in these in the movies, pretty much. So, and it's kind of like, all right, a lot of these writers are coming in freelance or whatever, but you're still using these ideas. And lately, what Marvel has been doing, instead of like the comic books fashioning in how the movie is going to be, it's kind of been a slow flip where a lot of times they get their writers to write around the idea of like how the movie is going to come out or whatever, so they can better promote it or whatever. But yeah, it's just that it's been an ongoing thing, and I think that's why a lot of on the low, a lot of writers have their feelings, and past writers have their feelings about like working for the bigger comic book publishers or whatever, whether it's DC. Some people have their gripes about DC when they were working there, same with Marvel. But yeah, he brought it up, and I think it was it was just a good thing, and he's just the one that would say something about it. And he's currently writing Captain America.
Oh, that's fine.
Currently writing Captain America, and he's just ended his run with Black Panther, and that was a crazy run.
Yeah.
Just look at the story. It's called the Intergalactic Intergalactic Wakanda Empire.
I think that
whatever.
Is something that Pat has to explain to us on a segment or on an episode of Meanwhile with Pat or something.
When I finally this like run been going on for a couple of years or whatever, and the way he write it, I would have to do some research first so I can figure this out, because it's a lot of stuff going on. Like they're in space, there's African gods involved in the future in space, and somehow Black Panther comes back to the present when he was in the past. I mean, when he was in the future. Like it's crazy. I'm still trying to figure it out or whatever, but we'll get into that.
Is it just me, or does Ta-Nehisi Coates sound like he could really live in Wakanda, like T'Challa?
That's probably why they hired him.
Ta-Nehisi,
because his name.
Swordy.
And he's an awesome writer. Period. He just, yeah. Like, well, he's an awesome writer, and
It'd be
seemed
like
he would fit right in. So,
like the poet laureate.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So, I mean, and then we just need more Black writers in comic. So, but the next thing is, all right. So we all know about the a little bit of fuckery. You know about the situation in Palestine and Israel.
Oh, they still warring?
And
no ceasefire.
Man, well, I think they had a ceasefire right now or whatever. But people, we gotta remember that these people been fighting for the past 2,000 years.
Big facts.
Period.
Over
Period.
Shit that we ain't gonna never be able to solve it for them.
I'm still
like,
understanding.
It's literally a spot that they really want. And it means something to all of them. So it's like, what you gonna do with that? Like,
how it was explained to me is the Palestinians are the native people that live there. So imagine if you let somebody in your home and then they start bringing their stuff in their home and then they start bringing all of their family in their home and then they tell you to leave. So that's from the Palestinian side of it. That's how they explain it.
Like what they did to Native Americans.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, that's exact. And that's why the U.S. have this weird relationship with Israel, because if they say, hey, you can't do that, then they're gonna point the finger right back and say, hey, y'all did that. Matter of fact, how y'all tell us not to do that? And we've been doing this for the past 2,000 years. We originated that. Or whatever. Not necessarily, but
nobody messes with Israel either because they got nukes too. When you got the nukes, ain't nobody messing with you. They gonna talk all that shit and they ain't gonna do nothing.
And it's not because you're big and bad with nukes, because every country has nukes.
It's just that when you
shoot, you shoot one nuke, you might as well say, I'm ready to blow up the whole world.
Well, everybody about to get it.
That's it. When it gets down to nukes,
don't take me out.
When it gets down to nukes, that guy who hit that nuke button is like, you know what? I don't want to live here no more.
Big fact. Big fact.
That's it.
Yep.
I don't care how much power they have. If I can't have the power, boom, nobody's gonna live here.
And I mean, nobody anywhere. People that didn't even want it, just gonna take it.
But that's the fuckery of it. But the good part of it is that there's some opposing parties in Israel that's bidding to take another person that I can't pronounce their name, the prime minister down. Netanyahu.
Yeah, Netanyahu.
Sound like an online site. He sound like he got a couple of emails.
I'm sure he does.
Netanyahu.
Yahoo.
I'm going to continue joking on this guy because every time that I see him, it's always he's doing something. He's always doing something. Just stop my whole train of thought.
My bad.
My whole train of thought.
I'm sorry to cut the wheels.
I'm sorry. Oh, what is it? I don't like none of this. Every time I see him, he always got that grumpy old man face.
Who?
Yahoo. And he always got.
He never looks like he wants to say Yahoo.
It's never nothing positive with him. Like every time he's in the news, there's never nothing positive. He's either agreeing with something that Trump said stupidly or something, or anything that just seems like the opposite of
what you would
good.
Do.
Seems like it's along with it or whatever. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a special spot in hell for him.
Oh my! No lies
to true. That's how I feel.
No.
And my one last little thing of fuckery is well, we did talk about soccer and whatever. The fuckery is that she got fined for not talking, which I feel like it's some bullshit. Like you shouldn't be getting fined.
I hate when they did it to Marshawn. I hate when they did it to her. Like, I don't feel like nobody should be forced to talk to somebody unless it's like a requirement for the job, like a job interview. So I understand that, like, if you want the job,
as an introvert, I agree.
But like, as far as like me being an entertainer or playing a sport or something, like, as long as I'm doing my job on that court, I should not have to have nothing in my contract that say I got to talk to these people.
Not at all.
Like,
at all.
None of their business. Tell them talk to my manager. Tell them talk to the trainer. Tell them talk to the team. Tell them talk to my coach. Don't talk me to death about, like, you saw what the game was. You see the box score. You watch the game like everybody else. Make your analysis.
And then
but she ain't about to psychoanalyze me in my face. Well, you look to be upset because I don't want to talk.
After I've been hearing all these racial slurs and everything, and some of y'all been saying racial slurs.
I want to go home. Fuck you. I want to go to the showers, and put my clothes on and go home and see my family and soak these feet because I've been running around on this hot ass tennis court and my damn knee is a little sore right now because in the third game, I slipped a little bit. You remember that? Like, the fuck I want to talk to y'all people for? You put mics in my face and psychoanalyze me and don't know shit about psychology.
And you can't do what I do.
And on any level near me.
You can't do what I do.
Like, and even if you can, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to you.
Like, I'm not a professional athlete or whatever. So I feel like I can never really talk about sports because me personally, I can't do what they do. So how am I going to judge them on how they throw a ball up?
What I can't talk about is their personal life. What I can't talk about is who baby mom, like, for one, like, to me, if you gonna talk about
I don't care.
That's barbershop talk. That's like that's male gossip fodder for when you hanging out with the fellas. Y'all need a topic real quick, but that ain't no shit you be out here like really putting them people business out like that. Like, ain't none of my business.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it about regular people, celebrities alike. Like, ain't none of my business what you're doing unless you bring me into that and you feel like you want me to know what you're doing.
And I don't even care. Even if you want me to care, I don't even care because I don't even care if it's going through with people around me or whatever, unless they family.
If it ain't the partners or family,
I got too much other shit going on to care what somebody else doing.
I don't really need to know nobody's business.
I don't give two fucks what nobody else is doing.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. No. But all right, I'm going to end this off. I'm going to end this off here on the fuckery with my fuckery of the week award. Because when I was on my timeline, my infamous timeline or whatever, and I started scrolling and I saw this woman. I saw this woman. This woman name is Mira Gold, or it could be Myra Gold. It's spelled M-I-R-A Gold or whatever. I'm not sure. Yeah, it means the Mirror or Myra Gold. I don't know. I think somebody said it somewhere. But either way, she gets the fuckery of the week award today because she has a GoFundMe. Well, she had a GoFundMe, and it says help Myra, whatever her name is, pay back her PPP loan.
Nigga, please.
Organized by Myra Gold.
Negro.
Yes. She gets the award this week because this is hilarious to me. Anytime I go through my timeline,
Negro, please. Negro, please. Get the hell out.
Oh, man. Before they closed it down.
Oh, why you doing this joint off of Chappelle?
Oh, that was my dude, man. That was my dude. He did a robot out of nowhere. Right. Hilarious. He always pop out of nowhere too. Before they closed it down, this is the explanation she got. This year, I accidentally applied for a PPP forgivable loan. Accidentally
applied for. You had to fill out something.
And bought a car and a house for me and my daughter. Now I am facing 20 years of PPP fraud. Please help me. Smiley face. Well, not smiley face. Sad face. Sad face. So, one of the comments that's up here, and this is one of the comments somebody posted up here was, "Shake my head. ... Your dumb ass deserve every bit of those 22 years." And then he donated $5. And I'm gonna end it off with Myra Gold. She gets the fuckery of the week award because that was hilarious, just hilarious. And then we're gonna go into the next topic or whatever because we brought it up before.
Or whatever.
Because I always seem to say whatever all the time. It's one of my
pretty much
one of my defense words. Whatever. See. I did it again. Anyway, next topic. You can edit all that shit from the first. We'll just go into the next topic. Time. So next topic is time.
Time.
One of the One of the main questions I wanted to bring up is, do you believe in time at all? As far as the concept of time, is this like do you think it's a elemental thing, or is it just a measurement thing, pretty much, as far as like if you believe in it? And then and the next thing I was going to bring up is, does time change once you leave Earth?
I definitely I definitely think that time is a thing as far as an idea. I don't think, and I definitely think it's a measurement as well, but I don't think it's necessary. It's like more of an abstract concept than more of a tangible thing. Like you can't hold time or nothing like that, but I think that you can think about what time looks like in different ways once you understand the concept of it. But I don't believe it's something that's like, if we didn't have time, I don't think we'd be bothered. Like if we didn't know what time was and we were just living and nobody ever thought about well, how long is something going or any of that, and we didn't call it like it, I think we'd be all right. We figure something out. Yeah,
I'm glad you touched on that.
Yeah, but as far as when you leave Earth, time does change in certain spots. I think it depends on like the gravity or something, ain't it?
I was
how you perceive time or this.
I was looking at this video.
You perceive it differently though.
Yeah, I was looking at the video and they were saying that outside of Earth, like you actually age quicker or whatever. But they say that the astronauts that's just living outside of Earth on the space stations or whatever, they're actually aging slower than us on Earth, because they said that it has to do with the gravitational pull of you on Earth, and then the velocity you're going around the Earth. What's saving them is that the velocity they're going around the Earth while they're still on the gravitational pull is stopping them from actually aging quicker. And since they're not like physically on Earth or whatever, that's making them age slower than us or whatever. The video I had actually explained it a whole lot better, but in a nutshell, that's exactly what's causing it. It's like if it wasn't for the velocity, if they just stayed in one place, they may actually have aged quicker. But since they're actually still moving around or whatever, it's preventing them from aging quicker, and it's actually helping them to age slower. Excuse me.
Got you. I think I definitely understand what you were saying. On that, it seems as if the concept of time is really tied more into speed, mass, and the gravitational pull. So it's like a combination of them three things determine what you're gonna feel as far as how time is perceived by your body and your mind. So yeah, I would say it can change when you leave Earth, because you can't do that on Earth and it had the exact same effect because you wouldn't have the exact same gravitational pull. So yes, it changes. Good question. Phace?
Time is a construct of man that we apply to our daily lives, regardless of how much we try not to. We all abide by the clock that was made. But if we perceive time in a different way, it passed in a different way. So take this. The people on whatever that island is that can't nobody go to, Senegalese island, Senegalese people.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like in Malaysia or whatever.
They have no concept of civilized time. So how does time pass for them? You feel me? Like, so only those who are educated and who are knowledgeable of our time and how we perceive time and how time is calculated, we follow our timeline. Now, them, how do they do it? You feel me? That's how I'm looking at it, because do they believe in a time? Do they do it by the sun? Do they do it like that? Or do they even, I mean,
no, that's real.
Who knows? You feel me? So, I mean, it's a construct. I view it as a construct of, man. You have some people like, I don't believe in time. All I believe in one everlasting moment. But you go to sleep and you don't wake up, you're in the same moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you still have some construct of time.
That's wild. Yep.
I feel that it's when we get when we get bogged down and get dependent on time, and we base everything on a certain time, that we don't make our time work for us. We're working for the time, and I feel that's where we get messed up.
That's real.
If we learn to live in our construct of time with the same notion of, okay, I know we're living on this clock, but I need to live every moment like it's infinite. I feel like it'll be better.
That's real. Respect.
That's true. I think here's do you think like our concept of time actually, I would say, would affect how we age physically? Like, do you think that if we thought differently or whatever, it would change how we physically, like, I feel like if
Yes.
I feel like the way we think about time, actually the stress of it and stuff like that, it actually physically change us or whatever, but it might be at a minute level, but in my head, it's just not, just in my mind, I'm it's like a question that popped in my head, like, does the way I think about time affect how I age?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes. Because I feel like it'll dictate how you live your everyday life. Like, we live on a second to second, minute to minute basis where everything is scheduled out based off of some type of a schedule and based off of a time zone. Like, everything is plugged out on a grid for us where you feel like if I don't hit it by this time, it's like deadlines for everything. So it's like your daily actions move off of that. You move a little quicker. It's a little bit more heightened stress because you feel like if this don't get done by this time, oh no. If some is just like, okay, it has to get done, I need to do it. But nobody says when. It's just, I need to do it. And then you do it. It never feels like it's that much pressure. Like, I've on a weekend just been walking around the house and been like, oh dang, I see that cabinet need to get done. I'm gonna get it. And just get to it. Don't have no time frame that I want to do it. It ain't like, can you do that today? Or it has to be done. Like, I just get to it. And by the end of the weekend, I be done all the little I need tos because it won't no pressure on it. But you put pressure on it, now I'm gonna move a little crazy. I'm gonna be a little more frantic. I'm gonna be more stressed. My heart gonna be beating faster. I'm gonna be sweating more. That cortisol gonna be racing more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think them people on that little island probably, their skin probably looks amazing.
Yeah.
At old age, you
That's
feel me?
what
Because they're not worried about when they get old. They're just getting old. They just chill.
Living low.
And whenever they old, and whenever they young, and you know, they look at time by like, are you old enough to do this task for the village probably, or something like, can you, if you are male or you're a strong person, can you contribute lifting this load or hunting this animal or making this food or making this product or trading for us? Like, like, can you do this skill? And that's how they look at time. All right, he old enough, so you grown. Let's go.
In those societies, like those indigenous societies, going like getting older or whatever is way more respected than like Western society. With Western society, we praise being young a lot more than like getting older. With us, it seems like getting older is like the scariest thing you could do, pretty much. Or whatever. So
that's real.
That's that's probably another reason why if they age slower than us or whatever is also part of culture. So that's another reason why I was saying, like, the way you think of time with that physically change how you age or whatever. So another question. Oh, whatever. Has time seemed like it's been moving faster lately?
This year definitely has. So far, like, I feel like it's zooming. But I also feel like that's because, again, I'm so busy, you ain't got time to like slow down and enjoy nothing or actually let something ride. It's just like on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, you know what I mean? So, and I feel like a lot of people are like that because it's like, all right, stuff is starting to move again, stuff is shaking. I done started this thing over COVID, or I done did this, or some habit, and whatever it is, but you're making up for or trying to follow through on whatever that happened during COVID. So now it's like you're in double time. Trying to push, you know, again to some imaginary deadline that you feel like you got to make, because that's how we see that time over here. Yeah. That's real.
How you feel, Phace? You feel like it's gotten faster?
He said, "How you feel, Phace?" I don't know why that sounded like. What do you think, or you know, what's your opinion? How you feel, Phace? Like, you okay?
I mean, I'm always busy, so I feel like time zipping by me anyway with the wife and the 3 kids. I mean, like, and a damn dog. So I'm always running doing something for somebody, or going to work or doing something. So it's just like the older I get, it's always feel like I'm trying to have more hours in a day. But as we say, it's only 24 in a day as we see it. So I mean, as I get older, time goes faster. But when you're young, you revel in the time and every day when you're younger. So it's longer. You feel me? Your summertime is longer. Getting to wintertime, you feel me? Like everything is long. But when you're older, you're just looking for the next day. You feel me? So I gotta pay this bill. I gotta get up and go to work. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. When you're younger, it's like I ain't got shit to do. So what I'm gonna do? So
big fact.
You looking for stuff to do. When you don't have nothing to do, time lingers because you have nothing to do. That's why most people will go to work. It's like, shit, I need something to do. Make time go fast. When you busy, when you're busy, your time flows. When you stagnant, time is with you.
That's exactly what this video was saying or whatever about with when you're younger, it seemed like time moves slower or whatever because you haven't been on this earth long enough or whatever to experience a lot of things or whatever. And then, but as you get older, it just seems like you busier and busier. So it does seem like time's gone fast. But the other thing you brought up is 24 hours in a day. And I was looking at the video and I saw this article or whatever that we really haven't been getting our full 24 hours in the past 50 years. They said that like the speed of how the earth has been rotating has increased. So it's like little by little, it's like
so we're like 23 something.
Yeah, we're at like 23 change.
I want my change. I need my change.
Said,
I've been feeling that. I've been wondering why I've been feeling more fatigued.
Like, what was it? They
3
said
minutes
last year.
Matter, boy. I'm telling you, I need my change.
They said last year.
Get my change back 2020. I know 2020 kept that shit. Fucking bitch.
Yeah, July 2020, they said those were the shortest 28 days out of the year.
I knew it.
And it did feel that way. Or whatever. And they said over the past 50 years, days have been getting shorter, but they said after a while it's gonna go back on a route because they said like millions of years ago, the way that the earth rotated, it was a lot faster. So a full day might have been like 21 hours instead of 24.
Right.
But as the years, each year, the days have gotten longer and longer and longer, and that's why we got up to 24. But they said for the past 50 years, the past 50 decades that they've been studying it or whatever, we haven't been getting the full 24 hours or whatever. This nigga's
bruh. Man, it's that weekend of just craziness, fatigue, bro. That's all it is. It's making me loopy. And I haven't had a lot of contact with a lot of people outside of being in that room and the people, you know, the repair people and stuff. So like been in the hotel room with my kids all day a lot, you know. So it's like, all this pent up like energy that I ain't been able to just like. So I'm like
run out
mentally just all over the place right now, bro. But yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I would say the end is off or whatever. I feel like Phace said, it is a construct, like a human construct, the way we think of time, but I don't think it's linear. I don't think it's one of those things we could really I think if time is really or whatever, and just off of the way I've been seeing in the videos where time changes once we
linear.
Linear. I mean,
I was like, where that little accent cover? Where you from? Eastern Europe? Linear. The linear modulator.
This guy. Each time. Linear,
Dexter?
I probably heard somebody say it like that and I went with it. But I don't think it's linear or whatever, like it's just a straight line. I feel like it's way more layers to it or whatnot. Like I think the concept or whatever, it is truest form is something that is way beyond like human way of thinking. Just like the concept of like God and what God would be, I feel like we're in a too small a space to fully understand what we call time or whatever. Because
it's too big of a thing for us to really fully get it.
Yeah, there's too many factors. And each day we learn more and more factors. It's not one of those things where it's a set rule or whatever. Because like I said, like millions of years ago, a day was like 21 hours. Now we're up to 24, technically 23.
And now we losing time again. I want my 3 back 2020.
But they say scientists say it's going to get back on track and it's going to start getting longer and longer or whatever again. The days or whatever.
Give me my time. I want my time.
But a lot of things.
If we view time, how about we view each season as one day?
So like every year is really like a whole
4
rack
days
of years. Okay.
Yep. Every year, 4 days.
So every 4 days is a year. That'd be a lot of damn years in a year. If you get what I'm saying. Yeah. God, dog. Yeah. I would hope not. That'd be a long.
I had to rewire my whole way of thinking.
You know what though?
Mm-hmm.
You go back to the Methuselah in them days. Maybe that was why they in the Bible recorded as like 1,000 years, because that's what they looked at years like or something. I know that's random, but like maybe that explains like when you got like all of these old stories about people living to like 900 or like all these cultures that got these people that was like, oh, and this wise man lived for 1,200 years. Like maybe that's where they come from. They looked at time like, oh, well, really, it was more like he was there for like these amount of like every 7 days,
100 years.
Yeah, and they just, he was old, but he won't.
Let me tell you. They ain't have Facebook back then. They have stuff. They couldn't Google nobody or whatever. So like these people that like say they like 900 years old or whatever, they don't know these people. They don't have anything to like pick up some public records and say, hey, he really did live 900 years old. This guy went somewhere, read a whole bunch of African books that nobody else was reading, found all the knowledge in the world, and he sounded like he had the knowledge of 900 years compared to primitive man. And the only way a primitive man could think of that he knew all of that stuff is if he lived 900 years, because we don't know nothing about it. That's because we don't have access to these fancy libraries that these kings and queens have or whatever. But this guy do. And so like if you had a knowledge back then, dog, just imagine if we had went back into time with the technology that we have back then. I come back with an iPad and I'm talking to y'all in the future in the iPad, and y'all in my iPad. They be like, he captured these people in this flat tablet. He got Moses' tablet. And he captured these people in these tablets. And he's talking to them. They got these souls inside.
These people in a flower tortilla.
His greatest hits, y'all. It's coming out soon. It's coming out soon.
I went off camera just to do that stupid shit. Yeah, bro.
But
that's
my topic. Tiz is on one. Time is different than what we think, and I still believe there's plants on other planets because I'm a man and I should stand by what I believe in because that's what Phace said in his man laws.
There you go, damn it. Damn right. Whatever the hell you believe, stand on this shit.
This is it. He
Who
crumping.
gonna mess with Big Papa? Who gonna mess with Big Papa? Oh, I got some Umar. It ain't got nothing to do with the school, but I got some Umar weirdo news coming up next week. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna work on it, especially when over the next week. I think I got some for the last pod before I go on vacay. Yeah. But
Bet.
we don't have a black business of the week, or do you have one of y'all? Because I don't have one.
Not really the base. Not this week or whatever, but I'm still covered in barley moss.
There you always. Go back to all of our past few episodes. Any of them that we promoted, they're still good. They're still open. They're still viable. Please go support them. Support your local black businesses. If you have black businesses that want free promo, send them in. If they're reputable, we'll look them up, check them out or check out their website or whatever it is and see what they got going. And, let's put them out there.
Email us.
Yeah. At thepodnas podcast at gmail.com. Holla at your boys. We need some black businesses to promote. Holla at us.
Yeah. Yes.
The black economy.
Indeed. So yeah, podcast dropping as always. It's coming Wednesday night at midnight, or if you look at that as Thursday morning. However you look at that, it's midnight on Wednesday. Is when it come out.
Time at the contract.
Dropping as always. Got the feedback from some viewers, man. I really respect it. I appreciate it. Let us know just like some little tidbits about like what they love from us, what we need to do more of, ways that we can maximize what we're already doing to kind of cater more to, our viewership and our listenership. And that's definitely something that we are huge on. Like, keep giving us feedback like that. We really seek it out. We got a poll up on Twitter. Go to our Twitter profile. You can see it there, give us your opinion. It's gonna be up for another day or two. So go check it out. Chime in, let us know what you like about it, what we need to do more of, what area do you want us to focus most on, so that way we know kind of where to key in a lot of our energies as far as creation. As always though, man, we're gonna keep on hitting y'all with this good man advice from Phace. We're gonna keep on hitting y'all with the meanwhile at Pat, where you never know what you're gonna get. Keep on hitting y'all with these where we just act a fool and enjoy community and building. We're gonna keep on hitting y'all with this podcast and clips from it. And man, if we can think of more content that we can actually have time to do, man, y'all know we the old family men here, so we always working and doing something for somebody else. But if we can find the time to actually get to more content, we're gonna hit y'all with that. And we love y'all, man. Follow us. Pat, how can they get with us on social media, sir?
At thepodnas. That's Twitter and Instagram. If you put that in the search on Facebook, you'll find us there. Tiz, Phace, Pat are the Podnas. Pretty much, and that's all our social media, pretty much.
And
remember,
busy
at thepodnas. I just spelled it again.
Just in case, because somebody might get it wrong. Because Adam may call in chats and stuff. Adam may call Podnas. Like, people for some reason just can't say Podnas. So if you wonder how to say it, you say it like, Podnas, man. Just Podnas, man. Like a pod. Nas. Podnas. You know, let it rip your arm. But anyway, man, if you want to support in a financial way, but you want some tangible goods for that support, how can they get it from us, Phace?
You can always go to teespring.com/stores/partner-closet-1. Once again, we're going to teespring.com/stores/partners-closet-1.
That's it.
Very simple.
Indeed. If you want to support financially, but you're just looking to, you just want to drop off something, the easiest way to do that is Cash App, $.Partner1, or drop us off $1 on our Buy Me a Coffee page. Just go to buymeacoffee.com/thepodnas. You can donate as little as $1 to just support our causes and just to support the content if you appreciate it in that way. You can also sign up for a membership on Buy Me a Coffee, where you get the same type of perks that Patreon does. And on both platforms, if you sign up for a membership, you get behind the scenes, you get the entire unedited version of our podcast every week, which means everything that the viewers don't see, you see, and the before show conversations that we have and bills that we have, you get to be a part of. You also get to access to our Discord, so you can reach out to us on a more intimate level and actually ask us, questions, build with us on a more community vibe. Also on Discord, we're able to do things like member meetups where everybody, that's a member, we can get together, watch movies together, do extra content, extra live streams that's just for Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee members. So you get a lot of different perks. You get merch perks, you get discounts from the our actual store. So you get a lot of love, man, when you become a member. So sign up. You can do it for as little as $5 if you so choose. But forget financially, the easiest way, the simplest way, something that costs you nothing but a simple click. Just like, comment, subscribe, interact with the contents, share it with your friends if you liked it. Share it with somebody else who's like-minded like you, who may get into the same type of thing, or who it may resonate with. But yeah, that's the best way you can do it, so that we can continue to grow and reach more
Pass
people.
The conversation along, keep it going.
That's it, man. If you were the OG Pod Squatter, then you know that like the big thing for us is having these conversations and having these bills and just learning from each other while we have fun, man. Always gonna try to keep it fun, but definitely always want to like learn from each other every week. Phace or Pat says something that I haven't heard before, or perspective that I hadn't thought of. So, what I'm saying, we're always growing our brains. And even, what I'm saying, when people disagree, if you disagree in the comments, that's fine. I can learn from your different perspective, and you may be able to learn from mine, and then we meet in the middle, both having grown. So, interact with the content, man. But definitely like, definitely comment, definitely subscribe, and definitely join us on our lives every week. On looks like we're going to be moving into Sundays again. As usual, we had switched that to our meeting day and switched Thursday our meeting day, but Pat schedules switched around, so we're gonna make sure that we can still actually go live and not have to change up anything as far as our normal scheduled days to meet. So we just switching back to Sunday, going live. So we'll be seeing y'all at some point on the weekend with a live. And yeah, man, as always, on 1/3 of the partners, it's your boy Tiz, and I am along with
the other third of the partners, the Padawan, along with.
It's facing a place, and I'm catching up to everybody else in the race.
Oh, I think I just pulled a muscle when I stretched back like that. Y'all ever work out really
laugh
hard,
at your pain.
a little harder than you should, and then I felt something.
Laugh at your agony, brother. Laugh at your agony.
But anyway, man, I guess we going out on my pain, man. Love y'all, Pod Squad. See y'all next week, man. We up out of here, man. Business.
Rolling up now.